It's safe to say that the situation that recently happened at the Oscars between Will Smith and Chris Rock is the most discussed situation right now. People have different opinions on the entire situation. Some of them took Will Smith's side, some of them took Chris's side. However, there are also those who stood up for Chris Rock, and in this video, we will reveal to you the names and what exactly the celebs had to say about it. Stick around to know all the details, and we guarantee that you will be shocked after we reveal this information to you. If you keep up with the latest news, you have already probably heard about the situation that recently happened on the Oscars. The whole situation between Chris Rock and Will Smith started because of the joke that Chris made towards Will's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Chris was presenting the award for Best Documentary Feature, and he then quipped, "Jada, I love ya, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it," directing his comments at Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. The joke was actually inappropriate as Jada is bald and she previously has spoken publicly about her hair loss due to alopecia. As for the very first second, Will Smith laughed a little, but then he noticed that Jada didn't like the joke and even rolled her eyes and appeared displeased. Will, noticing the reaction of his wife, decided to show Chris that it was wrong to say things like this and walked up to the stage and took a swing at Chris Rock. "Wow, Will Smith just smacked the out of me," Chris Rock said. After smacking Chris, Will returned to his seat and yelled from the audience, "Keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth," and repeated it after Chris Rock said it had just been a joke. The insider revealed that the Smiths themselves discussed the incident. Will and Jada had a short but serious conversation as she grabbed his hand for a moment, the source noted. After Will yelled at Chris, Will's eyes were tearing up and he was sitting very stiff for the rest of the evening. At first, Will looked to be taking the joke in stride, but after Jada looked visibly upset, Will immediately stood up and took action. There's no need to say that the incident was a shock from everyone, including the Academy, and according to the sources, even the producers were left scrambling. The higher-ups from the Academy, once they realized the slap was real, were first focused on making sure Chris was okay, the insider added. Several workers went to check on Chris after the slap and he told everyone he was fine. It looks like Will Smith proceeded the entire situation in his head and he eventually decided to apologize publicly via social media. "Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive," he wrote in a lengthy Instagram statement. "My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness," Will Smith continued. "I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees, and everyone watching around the world." As for Jada, she also posted her own thoughts about the situation on her IG account by posting this quote, "This is a season for healing, and I'm here for it." Will and Jada's son Jaden also decided to speak up and he took to Twitter and wrote, "And that's how we do it." He then also posted a selfie in sunglasses writing, "My dad's speech made me cry." Many fans took Jaden's tweets as a form of Chris Rock's defense and they began replying to his tweet. Why is it that everyone is on Chris Rock's side when he clearly did not feel bad about talking about Jada's condition with her hair loss, like it was funny, and clearly it was not? Another person replied, "I think he deserved it. That comment was uncalled for, especially considering you aren't aware of another person's pain nor their story when making critical jokes for self-gain." Even though many fans supported Will Smith, some celebs spoke up and defended Chris Rock against Will. James Corden was among them. While discussing the incident with the viewers during the Late Late Show with James Corden, he said that the whole incident threw me off in a huge way. Also completely ruined my chances in the Oscar pool. I had Dame Judi Dench smacking Woody Harrelson, he teased, going on to praise Chris Rock for keeping the show moving. Another person who took Chris Rock's side was Serena Williams. She said, "I just sat down because I was like, I gotta put that drink down." As many of you know, Serena is the tennis star whose father, Richard Williams, was depicted by Will Smith in King Richard. She took to IG stories and revealed her thoughts about the entire situation, and unfortunately, this story is already deleted. Another person who spoke up was Stephen Colbert, and he says, "Let me say something as an objective observer. It's never okay to punch a comedian. Will Smith was offended by the joke and wanted to stand up for his wife, fine. Challenge Chris to a duel, or if you really want to hurt a comedian, don't laugh. That hurts way more than a punch, I promise you." But we can actually continue this list because no one likes violence. The View co-host Sunny Hostin said, "I think Will was immature. I think he was childish and he was violent." Whoopi Goldberg, an Academy governor, weighed in on the idea of the Academy taking away his Oscar. "There will be consequences, I'm sure, but I don't think that's what they're going to do, particularly because Chris said, 'Listen, I'm not pressing any charges,'" she said. Anna Navarro also decided to be open about her thoughts on the entire situation. Hitting somebody is a crime of assault. While she called Rock's quip a lame joke, a joke in very poor taste, she believes the slap and the remark were not equivalent. Joy Behar discussed the impact on comedians. "They want us comedians to be edgy, to go out there and say what everyone's thinking, and then they get mad." There were also some fans who didn't support Will's actions as well. One person tweeted, "Hello Jaden, your father is a great person, love all his work, but hate is not good. When somebody does comedy, it was okay if your father heckled him, but going up on stage and slap Chris was way out of line. If I would do this at my job, I would be out. We all need to relax. Thanks, Dave." Some fans even said that the joke wasn't offensive, and that was actually a compliment. Chris Rock's joke was even complimenting. G.I. Jane is a great character, beautiful, bold-headed, badass women. He wasn't making fun of Jada's illness. As we have already discussed, many fans supported Will Smith and found it really great of him that he defended his wife. One fan even compared this joke with jokes about people with cancer. Wrong. It's like joking publicly about persons with cancer and saying how well the new diet is working. Beyond bad taste, it's a kick in the face. There were also some famous people who actually stood up for Will Smith. Janet Hubert supported Will and said that even though both actions were not okay, Chris went too far. "There is only so much one can take. Sometimes you have to slap back. Celebrate the win. Nothing else matters. Both actions were incorrect, but Chris didn't need to go there." Nicki Minaj was also very supportive over Will and Jada. She tweeted, "I love Chris Rock. I don't think he would have made that joke had he known what Jada recently shared. But between him and the whole team at the Oscars, you mean to tell me not one of y'all heard this woman just share this heartbreaking story? Come on, son. You got to witness in real time what happens in a man's soul when he looks over to the woman he loves and sees her holding back tears from a little joke at her expense. This is what any and every real man feels in that instant, while y'all seeing the joke he's seeing her pain." What do you think about the entire situation? Was it right to slap Chris Rock? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below.